At some point, every single human being has stopped and asked the same question. What actually happens after we die? Religion has answers. Philosophy has answers. But what does actual science say? Because scientists have actually been studying this, and some of what they found is genuinely shocking. No religion, no guessing, just what the evidence actually points to. Get comfortable, because this is the most important question you'll ever think about. Let's start with what actually happens to your body in the moments after death. Your heart stops. Blood stops moving. Within seconds, the brain starts losing oxygen. Within about 6 minutes, the brain cells start to die from lack of oxygen. But here's something wild. The brain doesn't go quiet. It actually surges with activity right at the end. Studies on dying patients showed a massive wave of brain activity. Right before everything stopped, scientists think this surge might be what creates the life flashing before your eyes experience. So your very last moment of consciousness might be the most vivid one you've ever had. Now here's where things get really interesting. Near-death experiences. Millions of people around the world have been clinically dead and then brought back. And across different cultures, different countries, different ages, they all describe almost the same thing. A bright, warm light. A feeling of total peace. Seeing their life reviewed before them. Some reported floating above their own body, watching doctors work on them from the ceiling. Some even described details. Objects, conversations, that they couldn't have known while unconscious. Science can explain some of this, but not all of it, and that gap is fascinating. Now we get to the theory that some of the world's top scientists are actually taking seriously. It's called the Orchestrated Objective Reduction Theory, or Orch OR for short. The idea is this. Your consciousness isn't just brain activity, it's quantum information. And quantum information, according to physics, cannot be destroyed. So when your body dies, that quantum information doesn't disappear. It goes back into the universe. In simple words, the thing that makes you you might survive the death of your body. This isn't mysticism. This comes from quantum physicists and neuroscientists working together. Here's something that physics has stated as absolute fact for over 150 years. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form. That means every atom in your body right now will still exist after you die. Not in you, but in the soil, in the air, in other living things. You become part of everything. The atoms in your body right now were once inside ancient stars, billions of years ago. After you die, those same atoms will go on to be part of something else for billions more. You are not something that dies. You are something that transforms. Physics says so. There's another idea in physics that sounds almost spiritual, but it's completely scientific. In physics, there's a principle called the conservation of information. Every event that ever happens leaves an imprint, somewhere in the universe, forever. Every choice you made, every word you said, every person you touched, it's all recorded in the universe's structure. That means in a very real physical sense, you never fully disappear. The ripples you made in the universe, in other people's lives, those continue long after you're gone. Physics calls it conservation of information. Most humans call it legacy. Both are true. So, what does science actually say about what happens after death? Your brain has one final burst, possibly the most vivid experience of your entire life. Your energy doesn't end. It transforms, scatters, and becomes part of the universe around you. And according to quantum theory, the information that makes you may not be gone at all. Does that mean there's something after? Science can't say yes, but it can't say no either. And maybe, just maybe, living with that open question is exactly what makes life feel worth something. We are made of stardust, held together by energy, defined by information. And that is extraordinary. If this made you think, subscribe. Because next time, we go even deeper into what science can't explain.